Hi everybody, I wanted to go over a certain page I found really interesting in this book. The book is called Everything You Need to Know to Help You Beat Cancer by Chris Willems. It's a very thick book. It just covers, it's really comprehensive. It covers a load of stuff and I just really like it to give you a pretty broad knowledge base of causes, what you can be doing to help it, all sorts of things. It's got all about green teas, which I just thought about because my green tea got tangled in my book, and supplements and all sorts. So it's just a really good book for everything. But there is 2 pages that I just really wanted to share with you because they really caught my eye, because he drills down into causes for specific cancers. So in here it's got breast cancer. It's got many others as well, but it was just really spooky because I tick a lot of the boxes, more boxes than I thought I would. And if I could just get this out to you, because if you're like me, you're probably wondering what the hell caused this. I was the healthiest I'd ever been, all of that. I don't do all the bad stuff. Why have I got cancer? And so if I can read this off to you, it's just highlighting what he said in here, and maybe it helps you understand stuff too. So he starts off with possible causes can include a combination of toxic poisoning from common makeup products and toiletries. So a study showed that an average woman can absorb 2.1 kilos of toxins through her cosmetics a year. And that's not just makeups, because I don't really use makeup, as you can probably tell by now. That includes hair dyes, which I did. I used to dye my hair all the time. I was very blonde all the time. Include your shampoos, because your scalp, armpits and nails are actually really absorbent. So what you put on those areas need to be as clean as possible, non-toxic as possible. Very absorbent scalps. I'm having trouble finding a non-toxic good shampoo yet. Maybe you have some recommendations. I'm going to be trying the Tropics one next because I'm sure that would be lovely. I just need to know which one. I don't know yet. So be aware, all your house cleaning products, your toothpastes, your deodorants. Tropics deodorant is extremely lovely. I'm not just dropping that in because I sell it. It just is. Your nail varnishes, your face creams, your moisturizers, your body washes, your house cleaning stuff. Did I say that already? There's so many chemicals that we come into contact with. There's hundreds of different chemicals in your perfume alone. So by the time you've even had breakfast, you've doused yourself in hundreds, if not thousands, of chemicals. So just be aware. Be aware. The next one is plasticizers like BPA and some word I can't even say. Phthalates? Phthalates? I don't know. The World Health Organization actually wants to ban a lot of them. I think BPA has been banned in a lot in England, but the point is that there's certain plastics chemicals that leach into your food, especially if you microwave food in plastic containers. Only use glass. So from now on, try and clear out any plastics and replace them with the glass bowls, because you know they're safe. Plastic bottles for drinking out of, you don't want them. Start getting a really good water filter and put it in a metal or plastic, a glass flask that you can drink out of all day. So the plastics that leach into the food and your drink are xenoestrogens. So they are fake estrogens, which then, if you've got an estrogen-fed cancer, they help feed it as well. Certain estrogens are in makeups. There's estrogen in tap water, which is why you should filter, if not get a reverse osmosis filter like I have. It's best water ever. Just to be aware. Be aware, be aware. If you need to buy drinking water, get Evian. It's pretty good because it has certain good minerals in, but it often comes in plastic bottles, so I don't know. It all gets a bit too technical if you think about it too much, but just to be aware of stuff is really good. Too much cow's dairy. It's almost a straight line graph between too much dairy and cancer. I had loads. I was on a certain diet at the time. I won't name him because he was utterly lovely, but I would have protein shakes that I made with milk. I would have, my husband has a coffee drinking problem. I'm just gonna say it. So if he was gonna go in and get a coffee from Starbucks or Costa, I was gonna have a hot chocolate. I wasn't gonna let him have a drink and I wasn't. So everything's made with milk in there, obviously. So I would have a big 2, if not 3 big cups of milk a day, as well as milk on my cereal. It was just too much. There's hormones in milk because it comes from a pregnant cow. So obviously, well, non-pregnant, she was pregnant. We're all hormonal after having a baby. So it's going to have hormones in. And that just was too much. Hot chocolates from coffee shops like that are high in sugar. They have so much sugar in. So high sugar and dairy in one just completely knocks your body out. Bad. So I don't do that anymore. If I do get a hot chocolate, very rarely I will have a coconut or oat milk. Oat milk's great. I have my porridge with almond milk, which I thought was going to be rank, but it's actually really nice. I think I said that in the last video, sorry. So cut down on the dairy. Emotional stress. Yeah, I had so much emotional stress at that point. Husband was in a job he hated, and he went to the job and hated it, and he came home and hated it. And my little girl was 2. She wasn't even 2, so she was quite, I don't want to blame her for stuff, but it was just not stressful, but just quite prolonged stress, like they always say. So I was trying to do stuff for my own business as well, and it probably just all mounted up. And since being in this job with the charity, I've learnt lots, and there is a, that's the rabbit coming in the cat flap. I've since learnt that it doesn't mean, stress doesn't have to mean that you are under stress, like emotional stress. It can also mean that if you've had a disease or something, like I had chicken pox while I was pregnant, so my body would have been put under stress. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're stressed. It could also mean that you've been put under stress. Your body has been put through a lot. So it could be that. Poor sleeping habits. Yeah, I had an 18-month-old daughter who woke up at least twice a night. So yeah, awful sleeping habits at that point. Couldn't help. Influence of EMFs. Yeah, probably. I don't know about that one. I do keep my phone by my bed. It's my alarm clock. I probably shouldn't. I now put it on airplane mode at night. I don't know if that helps, but in my head it does. Probably should just get an alarm clock. I don't know, but I like my phone. It's clever. And it says, even the herpes virus after exposed to chickenpox. I got chickenpox 2 years before getting cancer. I had chickenpox while I was pregnant, so that was doubly stress. So the doctors got very serious very quickly about that. Children can be born with missing limbs or be born blind when you have chickenpox while you're pregnant. I had no idea. I just thought it was chickenpox and you laugh it off. Very, very serious. So, as I said before, not only had my body been put under stress, it had also got the chickenpox, which there's a link to breast cancer from. So that's madness. So yeah, tick. Low vitamin levels, low omega-3, I didn't have any of those. Low magnesium levels, low vitamin C, most probably, and low vitamin D is developed more breast cancer. So up your omega-3s, up your vitamin Ds, up your vitamin Cs and your B12s. I've done all of those now, but definitely my diet, for some reason, I just felt like I wasn't sounds mental. I can't even think back to this way now. But I wouldn't have many fruit because I saw them as a treat, and I didn't want to spend the money on blueberries because they're expensive. Madness. So I just didn't eat fruit. I didn't eat a lot of veg. We were very much meat based. We were on a good diet at the time because we had lots of broccoli and stuff in that certain diet I mentioned. But I think it maybe was a bit too little too late by then, because that was mid 2016 and I would have probably had the cancer developing at that point. So too late. Excess estrogen, increase the density of breast tissue. When you're young, you've got denser breasts, so you can't always feel when there's a lump. It had to get pretty big for me to feel it, so that's obviously it's getting on by then. 10 minutes video, blimey, sorry. Animal fats and carbohydrates in excess, definitely. The diet I was on, I'm just going to say it, I was on the Joe Wicks diet, and back then, before he did his veggie one, it was high meat. A lot of meat, and a lot of processed meat at that. So it was hams and lots of chorizo and bacon, loads of bacon, and it was just too much. And there's nothing more, it's like the most carcinogenic thing on the planet is processed meats. So cut those, they're gone. I have like a sprinkling of chorizo once a month now. Because that goes best in my chicken bake. I've dropped the meat consumption right down. I am veggie as much as I possibly can be until it comes to like 3 or 4 evenings a week, because my husband would probably go mental if I went completely veggie, but I am pretty much as veggie as I can be, if not vegan. As much. I had like a mushroom pie last night, mushroom and leek pie. It was so nice. It was so nice, really, really yummy. I used to, that's a whole nother video. So meat, I just have a small portion at night, and only organic and only the best. And if it's going to be red meat, which is rarely, because that's on a known carcinogen as well, but the nutritionists say a little bit is good. If you're going to go red meat, make sure it's grass-fed, because that has more omega-3s in than some fish. Who knew? Anyway, so meat dropped. Regular alcohol consumption, I literally have a small glass of wine a night because I like it, and the doctors say that some of it's good. They say, I was listening to the NHS, they were saying no amount of alcohol is deemed safe after cancer. So if you can cut it out completely, do. But I have cut down a lot, to be honest. But I'm just saying, I still have my glass of wine now and then. Not every night, but now and then. Sugar consumption, yeah, I've dropped mine right down. It can increase inflammation through the influence on insulin. Dairy consumption, I have already mentioned. Higher consumption of animal fats and alcohol, and smoking. My cat's getting in a tiny box that's too small for him. Worsens everything. Get out exercising. I did exercise. I did. Maybe it was too little too late. I think the chicken pox were a major factor for me, but I did exercise. Don't chew the box. He's so annoying. We love him, really. I'm getting a puppy soon. Can't believe it. That's going to be fun. You will know the difference then. Water containing estrogen, which I've already mentioned. Volatile organic carbon compounds leaching from your carpets and computers and cleaning agents and furniture polish and petrol fumes. So it's all around us. Just try and limit yourself as much as you can. Get toxic, non-toxic, low toxic stuff. Open your windows. Sounds crazy, but just let the toxins out. There's something in here, madness. There was a statistic in here somewhere. It's like, there's a kid screaming. If 2 sisters lived together, and one went out to work and one stayed at home. The one that stayed at home was 40% higher in toxins than the one who went out to work, just because there's so much in your house. The cleaners, the dusts, the plastics, the printer cartridges, the EMFs, everything, it just turns it into quite a toxic environment. So open your windows as much as possible. Sounds mental, but every little helps. I just see it as it being layering, all of these things, just layer, and then something eventually comes along and breaks it, and it's whatever breaks the camel's back that causes the cancer. Or I see the cancer as a symptom, not a cause. Was that the word? Yeah. So underlying, there's stuff going on. Inner thoughts, how they can become toxic. If you're depressed, you are, it says in here, you are already more deoxygenated for some reason. I guess you breathe less and you're sadder, I don't know. But breathe more clean air, get out in the sunshine for the vitamin D, but take your vitamin D3 as well in liquid. Sorry, this is a mental big video. I've never done big videos, but it's a massive subject. I should probably break it down for you, but I just thought if I put it all in one video, you've got one big video to come to and you can see it all. So yeah, just do things that make you happy. It's important, not just, it doesn't sound, it sounds like too easy, but the happy hormones in getting out and doing something that you really enjoy heal you. Singing is healing. Singing also oxygenates you really well. It also vibrates all your body. There's nothing stronger than the human voice for killing cancer cells. I have another book on that. I will do that very soon. But go join a choir. It's something that I've started in the charity that we work for, is a choir, just because it has so many healing benefits for you. And I went and joined a choir that wasn't a cancer choir, and I just felt really out of place. So find one that is great for you, with whoever is your age group. It's just so important just to get out. It's a feel-good factor because it breaks so many things. Your I don't know if I've said it before, but if you're isolated, socially isolated people are 40% more higher chance of getting a cancer recurrence and 60% more chance of dying from breast cancer. So drop your isolation, get out there, go get social. I know you probably don't feel like it right now because you've got no hair or whatever, but honestly, find a cancer group or a cancer choir, because a choir will, even if you can't sing, doesn't matter, who cares, nobody can hear you. The choir breaks that isolation. It gets you singing and breathing stronger, so you're oxygenating yourself. The vibrations through your body destroy and destabilize cancer cells, and it raises the feel-good hormones, which boosts healing within your body because of it raises the oxytocin and the serotonin and all of the good stuff that your body needs to help fight that. So it's boosting your immune system in many ways and takes your mind off stuff. So that it would probably be my biggest recommendation, is to go get singing, not in the shower, but with some other people, because it boosts everything up. That and green tea. But I'm so glad I've got that page out to you, because that has been bothering me for so long that I knew all this stuff and I didn't get it out to you. So there's loads more coming your way. It is unlocked the gauntlet of information to you. I've got lots of stuff coming your way now. So see you in the next one. Sorry this was so long, but it was so important. Take care.